and the Biafran leader should be released like that the violation of the Igbo tribe's human rights needs resolution.
And the hatred that led to the Holocaust of which the Honourable Lady spoke. I'll give way.
I thank the Honourable Member for giving way. On International Human Rights Day, would you agree with me that the violation of the Igbo tribe's human rights needs resolution and the Biafran leader should be released like my honourable friend for Camberwell and Beckham has recently made representation to?
The Honourable Member clearly speaks with extremely great knowledge about these issues, and I'm sure she'll be raising them with the Foreign Secretary.
Hold on, please do me a little favor by clicking the subscribe button now. That's the only way you can encourage and support us. Click the subscribe button now, like and share, and let everyone see what is going on.
Freedom is not a gift from government. Freedom is a gift from God.
You want freedom with no responsibility. Son, there's only one person on earth who gets that, yeah.
The president.
A baby. You're fighting for your right to be a baby.
Do you know that popular saying in Igbo that nwata choba nke obula jonwa? Yes. When a child begins to look for what is his, he will become a bad boy or a bad child. That is exactly how freedom is. There is no place in the world that freedom is gotten on a platter of gold. Please subscribe and turn on your notification button so you get notified anytime I drop a video. All right? So please watch it.
Donald Trump is a man of God. When I say a man of God, not that he's a priest, but he's a man who fears God. He's a man who knows that God is existing. He's a man who knows that God is the giver of all things. Now, he said that the freedom is not given by government, which means your fellow man cannot give you freedom. And it's only God the Creator has the absolute power or right to give freedom. Now, let us take a look on what Donald Trump said. Freedom came from God. Let us take a look or example from the Bible. Remember in Exodus chapter 3, when God called Moses through the burning fire, burning bush, he told Moses, I have heard the crying of my people in the land of Egypt and the oppressor because of the reason of their tax masters. And now I have come down to deliver them, to set them free. In Exodus chapter 3. But one thing, God will not come physically for you to see him with a physical eye. He will come through human being, use human being as a tool to give you that freedom, as he used Moses as a tool to give that freedom. You can watch what Donald Trump said, that government cannot give you freedom. The freedom of Israel from the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage, to be a nation of their own, is it given by Pharaoh or Egyptians? No. If Pharaoh and his army, Pharaoh and his government resist the freedom of Israel. But through God, outstretched hand of God, by the power he demonstrated in Moses, Israel was set free. That is why whenever anything happened in Israel, that time Moses will go and seek the face of God and say, God, direct me, what will I do? God, direct me, show me what will I do? This is where Donald Trump relied his word.
And that is the secret of freedom. He just gave the almighty formula of freedom.
Freedom. He just gave you the absolute formula of freedom. Hope in God, depend in God, cry on God, and let God lead you. This is why Biafra is getting success now. Because Biafra is God's plan. And the Nigerian government cannot give Biafra freedom. If Nigerian government will give Biafra freedom, Namdi could not have been where he is now. DOS, Uchemefo, Igbo politicians in Nigerian government, Ohanes and Igbo, even traditional rulers in Igbo land, would not have betrayed Namdi Kanu, would not have betrayed Biafrans, would not have been seeking the head of Namdi someone to cut it off. Nigerian government could not have been pressurizing Finland to forsake Samuel Ekpa. They could not have been written letter now to Donald Trump not to recognize Biafra, because government cannot give freedom. Nigerian government cannot give Biafra freedom. This is why Biafrans always say, Chukwu Okike Abiyama. That's what Biafrans always say, Chinke Jacob, Chinke Abraham, Chinke Isaac, Chinke Jacob, Chinke Gad, Chinke Henry, Chukwu Okike Abiyama Binigwe, ya prime ihe niile, aka Chukwu dị na ya. According to Adadiorama of Biafra government in exile, he said, aka Chukwu dị na ya. This is what Biafra are able to make achievement. And Donald Trump is telling Biafras indirectly, don't depend that Nigeria will allow you to go free like that. You have to call upon your God, enter fasting and prayer, seek whatever you want to do from God, and God will see you through. Because Donald Trump will not take this current election he won, how they try to assassinate him.
How all the powers and the demons in United States was let loose
against him.
against him.
But see, God will see him through. This is what is God is a giver of every good things. God is a giver of freedom. The man know what he's saying. I think they say that it's uncontrollable. A man who fear God is a controllable man. A man who fear God can listen to the masses because of the fear of God in him. You understand? So it's time to tell Biafrans to put him up in spiritual. Moving on physical aspect of it, but not to move in spiritual aspect of it. Seeking the face of Biafra, seeking the face of God. And that thank God, we Biafrans, we are God-fearing people. We are people who hope in God. We are Christians. I think 70% or 60% of Biafrans are Christians. Then 25% are Judaism. Then 5% are traditionals. We hope in God. We depend in God. And God is fighting for God battle for us. If Hadibir is not the hand of God, Namdi could have been dead now. The DOS could have frustrated someone and take victory. And still continue remain in bondage in Nigeria. So Donald Trump have given very good counsel to anybody who will rise up tomorrow to say, I am struggling for freedom. Let that struggle be approved by God. Let that struggle of independence or freedom be approved by God.
Can you confidently say that the Biafran struggle now, led by Mazis Simon Ekpa, is approved by God?
It's approved by God. If not so, Simon Ekpa could have been where Namdi Kanu is. If not so, Simon Ekpa could be discouraged. And without the people like Simon Ekpa and the Biafra independent Biafra Republic government in exile, Namdi Kanu case could have been ended. They could have killed Namdi Kanu because this is the only force physically God used to keep Namdi Kanu alive. This is the only force physically God is still using to make Biafra to re-establish.
I think the position of the president-elect, Mr. Trump, of course, aligns with the position of the United Nations, that freedom is an inalienable right, given by God, a natural entitlement that cannot be denied any people. It's not just about the government, whether they want to let you go, just as you cited the Pharaoh and the Egypt. Yes. They will never let anyone seeking for his independence or that of his people to go. So now what is left for Biafra?
What is left for Biafra?
Because there is monsters that are challenges to confront. How prepared is Simon Ekpa? Because he said it's given by God, and men have to march on the wall of Jericho.
You see, the last hurdle is what we are about to jump now. Not only Simon Ekpa, every Biafrans, every true lovers of Biafran, we are in the last hurdle to jump and to take the crown of victory, to take the prize of victory. And that last hurdle is December 2nd, 2014. Less than a month now.
2014?
I mean 2024, sorry. 2024. That's the last hurdle we have now to jump. And I'm praying, as Donald Trump have said, and the United Nations have said, that it's illegitimate right that nobody can deny. No power can deny us. We should hope in God and pray unto God Almighty, the creator of heaven and earth.
Could it be the beginning of the troubles? You know, what you say that is the end of the trouble, because Simon Ekpa said that is the beginning, of course, of defending the Biafrans' restored sovereignty.
Yes, that's the beginning of defending Biafra.
Which is more trouble for Simon Ekpa and Biafrans?
I'm coming. That's the beginning of the defense of Biafra. And now is the pen to get Biafra. Now is the last hurdle. The pen is the last pen and last hurdle to get Biafra. And when you get Biafra, that's the beginning of keeping Biafra. Now, is it what I say so? A pregnant woman that has pregnancy for good 9 months, 2 weeks or 1 week to deliver, you pass through hell, through pains. For that very moment she will deliver, she will be in very agony, almost being in the form of NDE, near death experience. After that is delivered, there will be peace and calm and happiness to that woman that have delivered successfully. But that time was the beginning. Was the beginning
of the gestation period, as people might say.
People might say that time you start nursing the baby, keeping the baby, breastfeeding baby. That time baby have nothing to do. It cannot talk than to protest. And that protest is crying. Nga, nga, nga. What is this baby crying? They start gazing. What makes the baby to cry? You start thinking, because that baby cannot explain. Until that baby starts sitting down, until that baby starts crying, until that baby started standing up and try to make a move of walking. That baby is intensive care in your hand. You'll be taking day and night. How will you know this baby to survive?
So you are saying that Rome is not built in a day. Why people are expecting that, of course, if Biafra come, it will become an Eldorado just overnight?
No. Someone and his government and lazy and have to come back home and work hard. It's the being to defend Biafra. Because when you declare it, Nigerian government will do what? We like to show that, we are giant of Africa. You cannot go. There may be rumble.
There may be rumbles, and we are always here to discuss the political rumbles and analyze it.
And that political rumble, if there's a political rumble between Nigeria and between Biafra and Nigeria, it will not be a royal rumble of WWE. It cannot be that one. But it will be a political rumble of, I will rumble you, I will scratch your body, blood will come, you scratch my own, blood will come, I will do Biakanono, you don't make any.
Please, let us not start this because this is Callwave TV. We are not supporting any Duakanono or rumbles. We don't want to see blood, we want to see dollar and pounds.
I'm telling you, this is life, this is human being. You may deny the truth, but the truth will be there. You may deny the truth. So, and if you come to that way, this is the time another test will come to Simon Ekpa and the Biafran government in Nigeria. Another test will come. And that time, we will know the position of Namdi Kanu. Whether government of Nigeria still have power to return Namdi Kanu or to play him as they are playing him now. You understand? So as Simon Ekpa said, it will be the beginning of so many things in Biafra, whether good or bad. But all I know, Biafra will succeed.
I'm telling you, the dimension that we are entering from now is that every personnel of the Biafra Defense Force must understand that going forward, we must not have mercy on Nigeria terrorist state, nor on the enemies in our land. No mercy. As we continue to defend our land against terrorist state of Nigeria and their foot soldiers, our happiness must always be at the tip of our sword, at the tip of our mara, at the tip of our guns. That's where our happiness should lie. As we continue to defend our land against Nigeria terrorism, our heart will always know no pity. This message today is directly to any person that is involved in our security in the homeland. There will be no pity against anything Nigeria within Biafra land. Our heart must know no pity. I want you to understand that our cry of war will be given for our country, Biafra, which is now finally cutting the Nigeria and British chain of slavery, decade of slavery. Our defiance will not be passed until the Biafra people and the Biafra nation are free. My fellow Biafrans, when the rest of the indigenous people in Nigeria or other ethnic group, as you may call them, and the land, they continue to hang their heads as they bow to the terrorism of the Nigeria state.
Please do me that little favor by clicking the subscribe button. That's the only way you can encourage us and show us support, by clicking the subscribe button, so that we'll be giving you updates of every single thing that is going on. Click that subscribe button right now. All I have to say right now is that anybody that is thinking that Biafra is not going to come, I think the person is really joking. Biafra is a journey that have come to stay, whether good or bad, whether you like it or you don't like it. You know, what we are seeing in this country, or what we are facing in this country, is not a place that we all will just be comfortable, or saying that let's just pray that God should help the government to do the right thing, because the government itself is now confused. They don't really know what to do. They are not confused of what to do and what to say and the next move to make, because they are initially their plan is just to become the president, become the governor, and start looting money. That's their intention.
Now, will Trump finally release Namdi Kanu if he assume? Okay, so lot of people come and say, will Trump finally help Namdi Kanu regain his freedom after assuming president?
Of course, we are hoping towards that, and we are expecting him to do that. You understand? And we believe, based on the man of integrity that he is, so we are expecting that he will do that when he assumes office. Yes, he will use his position. You know, number one state of America as a president stand a chance of being number one in the whole world. You understand? The president of America is the president of the world. So with his position and his influence, yes, he can free Mazen Namdi Kanu from the Nigerian DSS according to the law. And that law is what Mazen Namdi Kanu and his cabinet stand for. You understand? So the law as it is now, they are just holding him unlawfully, uncalled for, because the court here have already acquitted him and discharged him. Why are you still keeping him? It's of no use. So they are just punishing him unnecessarily. So he will use the power of his office. We call it power of incumbency. That is what Nigeria is using. You understand? So he himself can use his own power, veto power, to free him as the world president.
You believe that with Trump orders you think that Tinubu and his government will do
No, once he order, Tinubu cannot resist him. And Tinubu cannot even revoke him. Do you know what? Nigerians, excuse me. There is something I want you to understand. When he speaks, Tinubu can never oppose him, and Tinubu will not oppose him. I don't see Tinubu as a person like that. Even Buhari Gosa cannot oppose him. Remember when he won Buhari to stop killing the Christians in Nigeria, especially in the southeast? Don't you see the step? The military is like the whole world revolt, and Nigeria started crying. Trump don't come again, no. Trump don't come again, no, because they knows what will happen if anything resulted Trump, you know, to give instruction and rise. You know what that means? That's why everywhere started shaking. Look at it now that they have not even assumed the office. See the way everybody is trying to resolve themselves. You understand? So that is to tell you the kind of person that is about to come to power.
But Trump chief of staff Sussie Wilie,
he said
Trump's chief of staff Sussie Wilie, you know,
we see
Sussie Wilie. So a lot of people have come and said she was Namdi Kanu's former lobbyist. That yes, do you think that she will finally aid the support of, or you know, aid the support of Namdi Kanu freedom?
Definitely, because this is something that she has partnered with. She has partnered with Namdi Kanu. She has the document and the details. It is not a news to her. It is something she knows. And she even understands it internationally, according to the international law, much better than we Nigerians. So she will stand and speak. If the need arises, she will do that. She has made this move before now. So is it now, when she has not even stand on this kind of position, is it now that God has been putting her in that position to be of help? Her case is like the case of Esther. You understand? Yes, Esther, when Esther became a queen, the Bible says, and Mordecai wrote a letter to her. You being there is for our own advantage, because she knows what we all go through together before you get in there. And we should use the position judiciously and well. And she use it and gain freedom for the people of Israel in her own time. So it's really, I believe, for her to be in that position, is God that has created it for her to be there in order to use her to give Namdi Kanu more hand on what is suffering for. Thank you. God bless you.